Welcome. We are so glad to have you here. Let's jump right in. Although most everyone is familiar with Zoom at some level now, it's important to always do an overview that maybe for those who have used different platforms or are new to Zoom. I love to do this quickly and easily within the first 3 minutes of my meetings by playing a game I affectionately called Find Your Peeps. It goes like this. Welcome, everyone. I wanted to start off our session today with a game called Find Your Peeps. I will ask you a series of questions, and if your answer is option A, then you'll leave your video camera on. If your answer is option B, you'll turn your video camera off. As an overview, if you're on a laptop or Chromebook, you'll hover your mouse over the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. You'll see a video camera button that says on and off. You will use that to turn your video on and off. Also, in the top right-hand corner of Zoom, you'll see an option that says speaker view or gallery view. Speaker view highlights the speaker that's talking really large on your screen. So that would be me right now. The gallery view shows those side-by-side Hollywood square tiles. I call them the Brady Bunch, but that might not be relevant depending on who your target market is. This game that we're about to do is best played with the gallery view on. So if you want to switch to that right now, I'll give you a second. If you're on a cell phone or if you're on a tablet, you can toggle on and off your video by pressing the video button that's at the bottom. However, you'll have to swipe in order to see everyone's pictures that are on or off. So let's try. Question 1, leave your camera on if you currently work in a college setting with direct interactions with students, and turn your camera off if you do not work in a college setting with direct interactions with students. So we got about, I'd say 40, 60% and 40%. Awesome, you can turn your video cameras back on. Question 2. Leave your camera on if you are still primarily working remotely, and turn your camera off if you are back in the office the majority of the time. All right, so just exactly the opposite way. So 40%, 60%. All right, you can turn your video cameras back on. Question number 3. Leave your camera on if you would prefer to go on vacation with family, or turn it off if you would prefer to go on vacation with friends. I know some people are like, my family is my friends. Okay, it's about 40-60. All right, you can turn it back on. Question number 4. Turn your camera off if you bought at least 10 things online shopping, during the last 6 months, and leave your camera on if you did not buy at least 10 things. Unfortunately, I did this backwards because I was like, there's going to be like 5 people that didn't. We've got 2. All right, we can turn it back on. I know online shopping has been a big thing. All right. And then last question, question 5. Leave your camera on if you would prefer a life rewind button, or turn your camera off if you would instead prefer a life pause button. Leave your camera on, life rewind, turn it off if you prefer a life pause. Fine, because there's some peer pressure going on, right? You can see slowly what's going on. All right, life pause minus COVID. I agree completely. All right, can turn your cameras back on. So just to debrief this very, very simple activity, I do this game at every single meeting I lead, but I switch the questions to be relevant to the target audience. I try to include current affairs like COVID or quarantine, in addition to work life and personal habits. This game actually serves 2 main purposes. 1, to help the facilitator and speaker know more about their audience so we can connect with them. And we'll talk about that more next week, actually. And 2, to create a sense of engagement and community between the attendees in a short time span. By having attendees turn on their video of things that are relevant to them, They can now see the faces of other attendees who are like them, which creates a sense of community. It has a variety of uses. It's quick, easy, very effective, and a great overview of training to make sure that people know how to turn on and off their video in the gallery versus speaker view. I've also done ones where you can turn on and off your mic, and I'll have people scream really loudly. But as people are returning back into the workplace, I haven't used that one as much.